Adrian, Autry, Coach, what happened last night at the start of the basketball game, and the fans are all up in arms? What can you do to prevent that from happening again?
I think the first thing is we have to follow the game plan. The one thing about Stanford's defense is they do a good job of baiting you into taking contested shots, and that's what we did. But again, our first couple possessions, the first possession, we get the ball down low to Jair. We don't convert on that. That kind of, you got to make those. And then, we took a couple of contested shots. Lucas, JJ, we took a quick jump shot. I thought we took too many quick jump shots, contested jump shots in the beginning of the game. When we talked about attacking the paint and getting the ball inside, and then we had turnovers when we did get inside. Again, all things that were in our control, and we just didn't do that job. We started, when we started off against Pittsburgh. We followed the rules. We did what we were supposed to do. We got it to a good start. Last night's start was very frustrating because it was what we had seen in the past from other teams, the type of shots that they were taking, that kind of got that lead to where it was. And then we walked in and did the same thing. So it was frustrating. And then when we decided to take the ball to the basket, play some defense, we gave ourselves a chance.
How do you get the guys, you mentioned you decided to play for some defense. How do you get them to do 40 minutes of that? Or even in this game, it felt like even just 35 minutes of that could have made a difference.
I thought I think our ball screen defense yesterday was not as what it needed to be. I think everything is about concentration and want. And, I just thought we got focused in the big guy, and again, he set a lot of ball screens, and I thought, we didn't pay enough attention to the other guys in the beginning, and again, he's a good player, he's going to get his, but I thought our attention to him, left these other guys and gave these other guys opportunities, and that was the difference.
Red, with those on ball screens, is it? You're not being more physical enough with them time and time again, or what is it that these guys continually, you see it time and time again with teams using that ball screen and getting downhill and being able to attack you guys?
Well, we have a scheme. We have a plan. I won't get into that, but we got to do a better job of getting into the ball. We got to do a better job of getting into the ball. We got to do a better job if it's a two-man game of doing stuff, being pre-active and doing stuff like that. So, again, we have to do a better job defensively of anticipating and not reacting, but being, aggressive, being more aggressive, whether it's a closeout, whether it's, the distance and guarding the ball, whether it's communication, whatever it is, we have to do a better job of doing that stuff earlier.
You touched on offensively, at the beginning of the game, taking a turnaround shot as the shot clock's winding down, like not being able to get the shots that you wanted. When you're watching your offense and it's clicking, like, what are you seeing, and what hasn't been happening over the stretches that you go in these lulls?
We're attacking the basket. We're moving with pace. Setting screens. Yesterday we got a couple of moving screens, but to be honest with you, I was, right, here, there, right. But I was okay with it. I was obviously disappointed, but the fact that we were trying to help each other out, and that was really, the thing about, we have to do a better job of screening. And a lot of times, we're not screening, we're just exchanging. And I think that's what caused a stall, or we don't pass it in time, hand the ball up in time, because, it's when you talk about offense, it's not set plays, right? We can run some sets, but the offense is what you're doing, how you play, the spacing, the movement, which everyone does. And then again, we have our moments, and then we don't have our moments. When we don't have our moments, a lot of times we're just not being aggressive. We're not turning the corner. We're not, cutting with pace.
I touched on this with Paulie during a commercial break, and I want to kind of ask you and go back to, at the beginning of the year, you wanted to be a basketball team that got out and ran. You wanted to be able to, score in transition. How have you had to adjust your strategies from the beginning of the year till now of how you're doing things?
It's been a lot of adjustments. I think the biggest thing is trying to get the ball into either JJ or JC's hands, in those transition opportunities, because early in the year, and even still, even still with that, we just turned the ball over. We just turned it over too much in the beginning of the year when we had other guys trying to bring the ball up. So, I think that really kind of caused us to kind of slow down. And then JJ and JC, they don't start and play together. So those opportunities, the type of opportunities that we wanted to have, now you typically have one ball handle in there. Now, at times we'll have two, and then I think you'll get a little bit more pace with that. But when you just got one, and you got to find him, and now he has to push it. So I think that slows us down a little bit.
Coach, when you talk about being more aggressive on offense, is there anybody that needs to get the ball more? Like, is it a Jair? Is it Eddie? Is it Chris Bell needs to shoot more? When you say be more aggressive, what do you mean?
I mean, attacking the paint, looking to make a play, looking to get to attack the rim. It's not necessarily someone getting more shots. We got shots. We made shots, we missed shots. I thought Chris Bell got some looks yesterday. He made one, a couple, but, I thought, and I think, we just have to do a better job of creating shots and being more, when I mean aggressive, creating for others, whether it's, driving into the paint, making the defense collapse, and things like that.
There's obviously learning curves for freshmen, and Elijah Moore is pretty much been going through it now for the last about month and a half. Like, how do you not necessarily break him out of it, but like, what's the conversations that you have with him right now, knowing that like he is a freshman and there's going to be this curve of learning?
Slow down, just slow down. Stay focused, slow down. Again, I remember me being a freshman, and high school, that's over with. And so again, this is a different challenge, and obviously everyone comes in confident and think that they're going to have the same impact as a senior, but I think they forget about when they were a high school freshman, so it takes some time, right now to me is just to tell him to slow down a little bit and and work hard. Have some patience.
You have California coming up on Saturday. Stojakovic obviously being one of their main weapons. He may or may not play. What do you see out of the Cal Bears? I know it's a quick turnaround with scouting report and everything.
Team that competes, competitive. They have good guards. They got a physical big man. They don't really score as much in the post like Stanford does, but good guard play. Again, you talking about Stojakovic, one of the better scorers in our league, so it'll be a challenge for us.
Coach, one more question before I let you go. What's the morale of this team right now? How are the players handling this?
They're disappointed. Again, I'm disappointed, but we'll get that out of our system and we'll get ready to go and compete and prepare. For Saturday's game. But it's just, obviously frustration, disappointment. You think that, that they're happy with our record or they happy to, come short. That's not the case. So disappointed, but overall, you got to put things in perspective. We still can play better. We know we can play better. It's a matter of just, continually pushing towards that. And, again, my morale is going to be high. I'm going to come with the same energy and positivity and keep pushing these guys because, there's no other way to do it. That's the only way to change.
Any update on Donnie Freeman?
No update on Donnie Freeman.
All right. Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, Coach.
That's Coach Adrian Autry. It's brought to you by Oswego County Mutual. We do that every